What if Emu isn't a devil fruit user? What if he is the devil fruit, like the actual original sea demon that Shanks warned us about over 20 years ago? Let me back up for a second. Right now, the biggest question mark in the entire series is Emu's power, right? We've seen his true form, this demonic silhouette. We've seen it in murals, we've seen it in person, it's consistent, and this ability is something completely outside our understanding of the One Piece world. No known race looks like that. Just become a demon. I mean, the closest thing we have is maybe Robin's Demonio Fleur, you know? But she doesn't have Emu's crazy, overpowered abilities. She can't teleport around like a demon or turn other people into them. So Emu's whole existence is just this giant, incomprehensible question mark. But what if the answer has been right in front of our faces since chapter 19? I mean, this isn't just a wild guess, man. Oda's been dropping breadcrumbs on this for decades. So first off, let's talk about Emu in the sea. From the moment he appeared, Oda has been screaming ocean at us all the time. His shadow form looks like a sea monster. And now, we have historical records in the story that flat out call him the god of the sea. So, Emu is the god of the sea, so now, remember when Rocks confronted Emu? In the middle of that, he says he's a fan of Davy Jones. And we're all like, who's Davy Jones? Well, he's the guy who got greedy, got cursed by a sea demon, and was sunk to the bottom of the ocean. But wait a minute, if Emu is the god of the sea, and Rocks brings up a guy who was cursed by a sea demon, right to Emu's face, which means it's the same guy. Emu is the sea demon who took out Davy Jones. So now we have Emu as the god of the sea and the sea demon. Now, let's bring in Vegapunk. Remember his lore drop on Egghead. He said devil fruits are born from human wishes and desires, right? But they're unnatural. And he says they are despised by the sea, the mother of nature. But what if it's not the literal ocean that hates them? What if the sea that despises them is Emu himself, the god of the sea? The reason devil fruit users can't swim, it isn't a law of nature, it's a curse put on them by Emu, and this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the prophecy. Go all the way back to chapter 19, Shanks and Buggy, just kids on Roger's ship. Shanks says, I heard devil fruits are the incarnation of sea demons. The incarnation of sea demons. He told us. Oda told us through Shanks over 20 years ago. Emu is the sea demon and the devil fruits are his incarnation. Oda is cooking on another level, man, so if Emu is the embodiment of devil fruits, why would he curse the users? Well, think about it. Vegapunk said the fruits are born from human imagination and desire. The Paramecia, Zoan, Logia, all these powers came from people's dreams. Maybe Emu, the original, pure demon, hates these knockoff versions, and cursing them to be weak to the sea. It's a genius move. In a world that's mostly ocean, he's basically nerfed every potential rival. He sits on the red line, untouchable, while everyone else has to rely on ships. It's the ultimate power play. His devil fruit is probably the purest form, right? Like, when a user dies and that little demon pops out to go to a new fruit. That's a transformed version. Emu is the OG. He consumed the pure, unfiltered demon itself. Or, wait, here's another thought. What if he didn't eat a fruit? What if he was just possessed by it? I mean, wanting to be the king of the entire world is a pretty weird goal for a normal person, right? This could mean the final boss of One Piece isn't Emu. It's not even Blackbeard. It's the demon inside the devil fruit. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds a little like Attack on Titan, right? Getting rid of the source of the power. But hold on, Oda did set this up in chapter 19. This has been the plan for decades. If anything, it just shows how legendary storytelling can arrive at similar epic conclusions. Okay, let's go down another rabbit hole for a second, because this connects everything. Remember Vanderdecken, the weird fishman from Fishman Island. The legend says the original Vanderdecken hundreds of years ago went crazy during a storm, defied God's will, killed his crew, and was cursed to roam the seas forever. So many questions here. Who is this? God? What will did he defy? He barracks. Well, what was he trying to do? Get his hands on the mermaid princess, the ancient weapon Poseidon. And who else was obsessed with the ancient weapons 800 years ago? Emu. So what if the god he defied was Emu, the god of the sea? And get this, when Brook tells the story, there's an illustration of Vanderdecken going mad, and he's facing an octopus-like figure. Who do we know who's often shown as an octopus man? Cursed to the bottom of the sea by a sea demon. Davy Jones. So Vanderdecken was probably driven mad by either Emu or the ghost of Davy Jones himself. It all links back. And this brings it all back to the present day. Who is now hunting the ancient weapons? Who just learned about Poseidon and Pluton from Caribou? Blackbeard. Who is a descendant of the Davy clan, whose ancestor is Davy Jones? Blackbeard. Bro, Blackbeard is literally following the same path. He is on a collision course with the entire ancient history of the world. He's going to be looking for Poseidon, and he might just run into his long-lost, cursed octopus grandpa at the bottom of the ocean. Oda is a madman, so that's my question for you guys. What do you think is going to happen when Blackbeard goes looking for the ancient weapons? Is he going to meet Davy Jones, or is he going to come face to face with the sea demon himself, Emu? Let me know everything you're thinking down in the comments.